Hey guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of all signs for your October 2023 energy update. So this is like a love tower reading for all the signs, and it is date and time specific as I'm going to look at the whole month. I did it in September and you all seem to like it, so I'm continuing this as a new tradition. So let me tell you a little bit about the month of October. It's going to be rocking and rolling. The first half of the month we have the personal planets changing signs, which we can feel in our daily lives, right? It's a definite energetic shift. The second half of the month we kick off eclipse season and into the wormhole we go. So let me give you some dates. We have Mercury moving out of Virgo and into Libra on October 4th. That's actually good. Mercury in Libra, very, very nice and balanced. Thoughts aren't kind of all over the place. We're not in deep healing mode anymore. We're sort of like seeing things with a level head. And our perceptions are pretty accurate. And then our communications are harmonious. Who wouldn't like some of that? Thank you. Venus is ending, that's on October 4th, by the way. Venus is ending her post-retrograde shadow on October 6th, and then 2 days later she moves out of Leo and into the sign of Virgo, where she will undergo a lot of healing. So those of us who had a really rough time with Venus during her retrograde season in the sign of Leo, so that's all matters of the heart, we're going to get a little bit of time to process everything, to integrate everything, and to heal. So I kind of like that. That's happening on October 8th. And then last but not least, Mars moves out of Libra and into Scorpio on October 11th. He'll be happy there because he used to rule the sign of Scorpio before Pluto was discovered. But I always experience Mars in Scorpio as super intense. Lots of crash and burn and rise again and crash and burn and rise again. So that part can be a little bumpy. We have the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra happening on October 14th. And then we're off to the races of eclipse season, where we'll close out that cycle with a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus on October 28th. And of course, Scorpio season begins on October 23rd. So those are the dates that I have for you. And, not for nothing, if you're at least aware that things can be bumpy, you kind of know how to plan, and it kind of explains things, and sometimes knowledge is power. So let me go ahead and activate this reading with a card from Starry Beginnings. Please do keep in mind it's a general reading, not a private reading, so it may not resonate for everybody. Just take what speaks to you, leave the rest. If you want a private reading, there's a link in the description box below that will take you to the booking page, and you can read about it and scroll through testimonials, etc. But for the purposes of this reading, general for the collective of all signs. Here we go. Starry Beginnings for October 2023. Card 21. Says, following the path of another, your path is being redirected to where it should be. Now we get an eclipse. Okay, so this may actually be speaking to that second half of the month, following the path of another. I feel like this is getting us back on our own paths, right? Instead of being pulled out of alignment, as some of us may have been feeling, especially over the intense retrograde, the double retrogrades of Venus and Mercury happening at the same time. That was a lot, and now we're going to be redirected to where we should be. I like it. So let me go ahead and pull this spread, and then I'll walk you through it since it's new and different. And the extended is also really cool. I enjoyed doing that one last month, and a lot of you gave me some positive feedback. Thanks for those emails, by the way. I do appreciate them. I answer as many as I can too. Okay, so here we go. The overall energy for the month is the Hierophant. Wow. And since we're going to have the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, this card is Taurus. That's interesting. So we're going to have a month that challenges our beliefs around conventional committed relationships. What do they look like? What does it mean to us? What are our beliefs around it? Might we need to change some of our beliefs, right? Because some of them have been imprinted on us from generations passed down, from school systems, from religious, churches, synagogues, mosques, whatever's been imprinted on us from before we were even born. Sometimes when we get on in life, we kind of have to go back to the drawing board and claim what works for us. Okay, so that's what this month overall energy is. I'm going to pull the cards. I know you can't see everything, so I'll hold them up. Let me just get them out. Yeah, week 3 is when eclipse season starts, is going to be a doozy. So the top row is your person. Regardless of sign, regardless of masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. The top row is your person. You are here in the center row. I'm drawing off the energy of those of you watching. And the bottom row is kind of about the connection. Week 1, October 1st through 8th. Week 2, October 9th through 16th, if you want to write these dates down. Week 3, the 17th to the 24th. And week 4, the 25th to the 31st. So I put those dates, I'm telling you the dates since we have 31 days in the month, and I wanted to make these as equal in number of days as possible. Okay? So, week 1, we have your person here, 3 of Wands, anticipating something, maybe even manifesting something. And here you are, Knight of Cups. It kind of feels like you're waiting on something as well. Now, the Knights do take action. So this could be an offer of love from you to this person and that they're waiting on that. But it could also be that this person is waiting for the right time to make their move and to come in with an offer from their heart. So take that however it resonates for you, because the card for the connection in week 1 is Temperance. Right? You won't be waiting forever. It's about self-control and restraint. It is a timing card, to me at least. It talks about all the energies coming into flow and balance. It's eventually it will all come to pass. So that's why it's a card of patience to me, but like the wisdom of patience. It's not 7 of Pentacles, tick tock, when's my garden gonna grow patience. There's something bigger at play, that I'm aware that the power of patience, the wisdom of patience for what it is we're trying to manifest here. Yeah. 3 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. It's going to be worth that wait. Week 2, we have your person here with the Ace of Cups. So now, there it is. The timing's right. The feelings are there. You are with I love this. Look at this. Ace of Cups and the Sun. It doesn't get any prettier than this. And that you have to remember, personal planets are changing signs. Venus is moving into Virgo for some healing. I'm feeling the happiness, the success. Cup runneth over. But in the connection, 7 of Wands feels to me like this comes back to the Hierophant. It is about taking a stand for a cause. It can be a card of resistance and defensiveness, but I have to read it in terms of the energy I'm seeing from the 2 of you. And so I feel like you might have to beat back some other interferences and things that, right? You're being realigned to the proper path. And so you have to take a stand for what you want. And I'm seeing you both pretty much on the same page, or at least seeing the connection through a similar filter, which feels very lovely. So we'll double check on this 7 of Wands. I'll do some clarification for that. Now, week 3 is where all the wheels come off. We have some anxiety for your person, 5 of Swords in your energy, feeling defeated somehow, but we will save the day. There's might be a need for some communication from the heart, a message that expresses care, compassion, love, for apologies if necessary, forgiveness if necessary. So I feel like there's a bumpy patch here in week 3 energetically, but it gets cleared up in the connection between the 2 of you, and then you get to move Forward, Chariot, progress, week 4. High Priestess, here you are navigating by your intuition. And we have the King of Wands, the connection takes off. We get things, I feel like your person sort of claims what it is they want. And there's no longer this sense of unavailability. And so let's jump in with some clarifiers. So we'll see the Hierophant first. Emperor, 10 of Swords, the Moon. Okay. So in October, there could be a lot of fear around a painful ending coming through either through a divine masculine or by the divine masculine. Does that make sense? So 10 of Swords to me, 10s are completion. Something's done. Something ended painfully, or there's fear that it will. So I would say I'm seeing that mostly in week 3. But if you start to feel that it's coming through that way beforehand, it could just be different energy for different people. I am seeing this as an overall October challenge, is mostly the fear. You want commitment. Maybe this person doesn't feel the same way. Maybe you're not on the same page about that in week 3, and there's a fear of things coming to a bitter end. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify week 3 for your person, 9 of Swords to the Chariot in week 4. So there may be a need to overcome some kind of wound here. I am seeing a need for forgiveness, second chances, which is why we get the Page of Cups. And the Chariot is how we move on from it, right? We know with the Strength card, we're overcoming obstacles. What's that obstacle? There's a lot of worry on the part of this person, your person, during week 3 and heading into week 4, you know, about getting hurt. 10 of Swords. And wanting that reconciliation, reunion for some of you if there's a breakup or a disconnect that feels pretty powerful. Like a difficult phone conversation if you're at distance from one another and you know, it ends badly. So that's what I'm kind of feeling. I'm not feeling breakup, but I'm feeling the pain of discordant energies between you. But it does seem like it's something you are able to move on from and get beyond and be victorious. So there is a victorious outcome to that. Now what I want to see here is I'm going to go back and look at this 3 of Wands to the Ace of Cups, because I want to see where things might get caught up in confusion. The Sun, 2 of Wands. Well, this is the path that your oracle is talking about. So this person with the 3 of Wands, which can be a card of manifestation, right? Something you're anticipating. And I'm saying manifestation because we have the 2 of Wands, which is the choosing of the path. And the 3 of Wands is when what you've set in motion arrives. So there is like this Page of Pentacles feels to me like this person almost hesitating, right? Determining the path, determining what they want. And it's almost with that Page of Pentacles in their unconscious awareness that on some level they don't feel prepared to take the action that they've decided upon. And that can be out of alignment as well. So for your person here, there's a lot riding on this decision they're making. The 2s are always about choices and decision. So in week 1 to week 2, it's their feelings for you that keep them engaged. But then there's a disconnect. Week 3 to week 4 that requires the 2 of you to kind of overcome something that becomes an obstacle. So for you, I want to look between the Sun and I want to look between week 2 and week 3. Yep, communication goes off the rails, and that makes sense. Between week 2 and week 3, Yeah, Mars moves into Scorpio, new moon, solar eclipse in Libra. There you have it. Because I'm feeling like the communication is all about up-leveling the connection. It is about commitment, and the whole month is that Hierophant energy. Well, the Ace of Pentacles has a flavor of commitment, of up-leveling, of, the Ace of Pentacles can be an offer, and there can be some kind of conversation about, well, where is this headed? What are we doing? There's happiness coming behind it, and a sense of joy, and even a little bit blissful energy. But then I feel like the communication isn't well received. And that kind of leaves you feeling a little defeated. And maybe even to some degree gaslighted, that energy of, well, you said, and then the person, no, you misunderstood, or I wasn't ready. That's why I'm feeling that Page of Pentacles as hesitation in unconscious awareness between week 1 and week 2 for your person. And for you, everything kind of falls apart at that point, and then your person goes into some worry and anxiety about that misunderstanding. And you are able to overcome it, provided you follow your intuition. So let's look at week 3 to week 4 for you as well. Ace of Swords, seeing it clearly, back to the drawing board with the Hierophant. We can work it out. Yes, absolutely. So do you see what's happening here? I'm just following the energy week to week and showing you what you could potentially expect in that defeated energy where the conversation isn't really received the way you had hoped. It's going to require somebody speaking some truth and maybe getting some clarity around it. Oh, okay. So we're going to need to work on our understandings about where this relationship is headed, what our beliefs are around it. What does commitment mean or look like? What's your terminology? What's my terminology? Because that's where the misunderstandings can come in. And this person may not be as ready for what you're ready for. We're going from a Page to an Ace of Pentacles. There's a little disconnect there. So you're going to have to operate from your intuition. I love seeing the Eight of Pentacles and the unconscious awareness. It sort of feels matched to the Strength card, like we can work through this, we can get over it and beyond it and move forward. Yes, that feels good. And so with this connection, Temperance is that energy of being really patient, but I want to see this Seven of Wands to the Page of Cups. I feel the Seven of Wands is the taking a stand for what you want, and I feel almost as if it can be a little bit defensive, and that may be where the communication goes a little sideways. So let me see Seven of Wands to the Page of Cups. Justice, Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So from week 2 to week 3, and that is definitely, we've got Mercury and Libra at that point. I knew I felt the Libra energy. Yeah, we're going to have to move a little slower in the connection, right? Like backpedal a bit, because I feel one of you is coming on pretty strong, pretty confident about what you want, what commitment means to you, what taking this connection to the next level looks like to you. And I get the impression that your person isn't on board right away, or you think they are, and it turns out that they're not. And that's where we have a hiccup. I'm going to call it a hiccup. So slow your roll in the connection. This part's for the connection. Apologies will be forthcoming. You do you. Stay on your path, right? This is about getting realigned. Your path is being redirected to where it should be. And it should be more harmonious and less where you kind of each have to battle for what your beliefs are. And maybe I'm not seeing the Six of Wands, but I'm feeling that sort of meeting in the middle. And forging an alliance, and where you kind of say, yeah, let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts. There's validation and some sense like, okay, here's where we meet in the middle. This is what we both agree to. And that is what keeps the peace. So that's what I see for week 2 to week 3. And now I want to see week 4 with this King of Wands. Yeah. True North. Feels a little miraculous to me, like coming through it, lots of healing, wishes being granted, dreams coming true, especially on the part of the masculine, who then finally says, you know, this is what I want. And that's perfect, because all we need is to be on the same page at the same time so we can take that next step forward. And you may want it to be a huge step, and they may need it to be a baby step, but a step is a step. And it feels to me like progress will be made. You will work through the difficulties of the month of October, especially the second half, the 3rd week to the 4th week. So it's all coming out okay in the end, but not without a couple hiccups along the way. So let me tell you the astrology here. We've got the Hierophant is out twice. That's Taurus. The Emperor is Aries, and the Moon is Pisces. We've got the Sun out twice. The Sun is a sun, but it rules Leo. Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Strength card is Leo, and Judgment is Pluto, which rules Scorpio, and then the Chariot is Cancerian energy. We have the Knight of Cups is Pisces, beautiful Pisces energy, and the High Priestess is more Pisces. I love that. We have Temperance is Sagittarian energy, Justice is Libra, Knight of Pentacles is Virgo, as is the Nine of Pentacles, and our Page of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, right? Messages from the heart, messages of love or apology. King of Wands is Leo, and the Star is Aquarian energy. So like I said, up, down, but what you want to do is walk your own path. You're being realigned, and I kind of feel like you both sync up by the end of the month. So that's what I have. Now, are you ready? If you want a deeper dive, and this is spoken to you, and you want to hear how it's going to impact you individually, my extended will be all individual signs grouped by elements. So each sign gets a card. Each element has a series of 3 card spreads, which I clarify. So it'll be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And I use 4 separate decks and 4 separate decks of clarifiers so that you all have access to all the energies that could possibly come through. That's what we're doing. I'm heading there now. The link's in the first sentence of the description box below. Bye for now. Have a nice October.